It's 9:03 a.m., and you can already tell it's going to be one of those mornings. So you turn on the NPR One app.
It's NPR One.
And hear a stream of hand-picked stories that you keep on listening because you hear another story you love. Then another. And another. Which means your favorite morning show lasts as long as you want it to.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Here's some friendly advice for any lib in the presence of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Don't F around, otherwise you will find out. Get out of the way. Marjorie Taylor Greene is, like many Southern women, very much a bulldozer. And watch, for instance, her bulldoze Fauci. When Fauci was sitting just a few feet from her, Marjorie Taylor Greene had this to say.
Do the American people deserve to be abused like that, Mr. Fauci? Because you're not doctor. You're Mr. Fauci in my few minutes.
Mr. Chairman,
Point of order.
Just in terms of the rules of decorum, are we allowed to deny that a doctor is a doctor just because we don't want him to be a doctor?
Yes, because in my time, that man does not deserve to have a license. As a matter of fact, it should be revoked, and he belongs in prison.
Marjorie Taylor Greene said, Mr. Fauci, Anthony Fauci is not a doctor, he's a mad scientist. Fauci should have his license revoked and be sent to prison. And then she, well, let's just say, doubled down on that.
You know what this committee should be doing? We should be recommending you to be prosecuted. We should be writing a criminal referral because you should be prosecuted for crimes against humanity. You belong in prison, Dr. Fauci.
Mr. Chairman, I have a...
You just gotta love it. Okay, so there's a new Marjorie honey, wake up. A new Marjorie Taylor Greene roasting a lib just dropped. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene goes nuclear on British TV reporter over immigration. Go back to your country. Here we go. Trump ultra-loyalist Marjorie Taylor Greene went nuclear on a British reporter when asked about the Signal chat scandal, warning her, we don't give a crap about your opinion. Why don't you go back to your country? The Republican firebrand barracked Sky News U.S. correspondent when she asked about if she cared of American lives being put at risk. MTG, as she is known in the United States, who famously told David Cameron to kiss my ass, said, what country are you from? Yes, I voted for this. Here we go.
Yep. Anybody else?
Should the defense secretary...
What country are you? Wait, what country are you from?
From the UK.
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting. Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
Okay,
And you no. You should care about your own
Okay,
borders.
do you care
no,
about
no, no.
American lives being put at risk?
Let me tell you something. Do you care about people from your country? What about all the women that are raped by migrants?
Do you care
No,
about
by migrants. No, do you care? Okay, you're done.
Do you care about
not-
American lives
no.
being put at risk?
You know what? I don't
about
care.
service members fighting for your country.
I don't care
and
about your
vice
fake news.
president
Do you have a
and your
relevant
defense
question?
secretary?
Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
I'm an American, and I'd like to hear your answer to what she's asking.
I'm not answering her question
All right,
because
I'll
I
ask
don't care about her network. If you would like to ask, I can
Do you
answer.
have any concerns whatsoever about the complete disregard of operational security from the top level of this administration?
You want to know about complete disregard about operational security? You should talk about the Biden administration and how they ripped our borders open to terrorist, cartel, child sex trafficking, human trafficking, and drug trafficking across our borders for 4 years. The Trump administration is doing a great job, and I stand by their statements.
So you have
I
no-
stand
no
by their
comment
statements.
whatsoever about
My comment to you is I'm thankful to President Trump that he is leading us out of wars, that he's ending the war in Ukraine, where American lives could have been killed if Joe Biden was still president today, whether he liked it or not. We're talking about NPR and PBS today. We're talking about fake news that was funded with federal funding from American taxpayers. That's what this is about today, not journalists from the UK that should care about
A
their own.
journalist is being vilified for exposing
Shut up, Mary Poppins. I love it. MTG. Should the defense say, wait, what country are you from? It's perfect. Okay, I don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting. Go back to your country. Your country's got other problems, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. MTG did not stutter. MTG unleashed on global media. People loving this. UK reporter tries to ask MTG a question, but American lives being put at risk. And she talks about the UK illegals and rape gang scandal. That, of course, is absolutely horrifying. And you won't see any reporting on it because, well, they like the result, in fact. It's amazing. Do you care at all about the girls who are being raped by migrants in the UK? Just beautiful. It is a very special debate trick called shove it directly up your own ass. It's really something special. What you do is you realize that there's power in asking the question. And so you ask the right questions, you're able to elicit answers that are quite revealing in these moments. MTG calls out UK reporter for failure to report on migrants in their own country. Go back to where you come from, where you have a major migrant problem. Oh man, the hypocrisy of the reporter is laughable. This is how you actually flip and turn an argument on its head, and also how you put people on their back heels. MTG on the same day was doing that for PBS and NPR, who'd come in groveling, trying not to get defunded, even though they were pushing trans ideology on children, as MTG proved here. And what did you get? Silence. Watch.
At the same time, NPR and PBS have increasingly become radical left-wing echo chambers for a narrow audience of mostly wealthy, white, urban liberals and progressives who generally look down on and judge rural America. PBS News is not just left-leaning, but it is actively uses taxpayer funds to push some of the most radical left positions, like featuring a drag queen on the show Let's Learn, a show targeted toward young children ages 3 to 8 years old. I want you to know I grew up watching children's programming on PBS. And as a mother who raised 3 children, I felt confident that I could leave the room while my own children were watching children's programming on PBS. But I can tell you right now, Ms. Kruger, specifically, as a mother, if I had walked in my living room or one of my children's bedrooms and seen this child predator and this monster targeting my children, I would become unglued. And that is how most parents feel all over this country.
MTG also, you just gotta love her. I don't care if you like her style or not. She was the one to get Joe Biden to say Laken Riley's name wrong, Lincoln Riley, and to say thousands of Americans are being killed by illegals. It's an exact quote. And this only happened because MTG was hollering out at Joe Biden inside of the halls of Congress. So for that, we just got to say thanks to MTG. She also gave us this incredible moment versus Jasmine Crockett and AOC that we will never forget for the rest of our lives, watching this live, talking about Jasmine Crockett's fake eyelashes. Legend material here. Let's go.
It's not about him. It's not about me. I'd be a winner. Not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand. But look, if we change the dynamic at the border, people pay these smugglers $8,000 to get across the border because they know if they get by and let into the country, it's 6 to 8 years before they have a hearing. And it's worth taking the chance of the $8,000. But if it's only 6 weeks, the idea is it's highly unlikely that people will pay that money and come all that way knowing that they'll be able to be kicked out quickly.